Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 51 of Survival of the Fit, your favorite podcast. And you're chilling here with your favorite co-host, Joe Williams, aka the Puerto Rican Mohican. And we got none other than Ian Pierno in the building today. Very special guest in the building. Do you want to introduce yourself, my mans?
David Duke Jr., man, or DDJ, whatever y'all want to call me.
Call him the best dressed in the league. That's what we'll call him.
Yeah. Little background information, David. Joe's a big fan of your wardrobe. But I'll let Joe, you take us away, Joe. Let's talk. Well, let's start at the draft. You didn't get drafted that day, but obviously things still worked out for you. But you had because everyone with the suits now, it's got to be like some crazy color, crazy fabric. But I think you wore maybe the cleanest, just black suit with the ricks and the shades. Where do you rank that amongst all the draft suits that you've seen?
I think I had the hardest one. I'm speaking humbly though. I'm really trying to, I'm not saying that because it was me, but I was looking at everybody's draft suit, and I feel like I knew going in, everybody was going to try to have a crazy draft suit. Everybody's going hard, trying to make a statement or just try to be different. That's kind of the thing, to be different. But for me, I wanted to keep it simple, a clean look, but also be a little different too. So I had a regular black suit, but I had leather patches on each shoulder. I think there was a leather piece on the arm too, and that one with the ricks. And then I didn't have a collar shirt under. I just had a t-shirt, a Rick t-shirt under, and then that went with the shoes as well. So I just try to keep it clean, but also have little flashes of something different. Not a regular generic suit.
Is there any other rookies you think you would compare your draft suit to? Who else do you think had a really good draft suit, if any?
I honestly don't remember too many of the draft suits, to be honest. Can't lie to you. I know I definitely did see some that I did though, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Jalen Green had the Balmain suit with the flares.
I like that a little bit. I like that too.
Yeah.
I did like that one.
I think you and David you and Jalen had the best suits. Also, I love your just being humble. That's big David Duke Jr. energy, to be to flex on you with some crazy ass fly shit, but with a Bible verse. You know what I mean?
Hey,
there's always
shout out.
There's always a good always perfect balance.
Shout out to my fellow Christians who dress swaggy and watch church on TV. Just know you guys are seen. Just know we are all represented in here. All right. While we're on draft suits, do you have a favorite draft suit of all time? Because we were talking about draft suits the other week and Darius Garland's Obi-Wan Kenobi type vibes, but
that's crazy because I was literally thinking that came to my head. That was one that I saw that I really like that one, and I feel when I was thinking of what I would want to do for my draft suit, his was just one that came to mind when I think of draft suits that I liked in the past. But I also had help from my cousin, who's she has her own brand. She's a stylist and stuff, who helped me with majority of coming up with my draft suit. So she kind of gave me inputs and stuff. But his was definitely, I would just say it probably was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a cool draft suit that I feel everybody kind of sleeps on. Do you guys remember Bull's draft suit with the spider web design?
Yeah, the Young Thug joint.
The Young Thug joint. He got the Air Forces on. That was hard.
That was fire. I remember.
He was the first dude I think to wear flared pants to the draft. At least in the modern era.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody else.
How do we feel about the 2003 draft suits? Can we make a comeback on that one? The LeBron James boxy look, the Carmelo Anthony got jury duty vibes.
Honestly, I just feel clothes just keep getting baggier and baggier again. So eventually we might make our way back there. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But obviously I think it would look a little different, a little more, I don't know, swaggy, what you would call it.
I feel it. Speaking of wearing clothes, you wore one of my favorite looks you wore was the Rick jacket with the balaclava, which is a good look, but a lot of people don't understand that it was 80 degrees that day. So could you talk us through wearing that when it's like 80 degrees outside.
Man, you gotta take it up with somebody else in this podcast.
Whoa.
Okay. So yeah, David and I did that look together. And I forget exactly how it came. I think we had the mask first.
Yeah, we had the mask in the bag.
We had the mask. The bag, and then you already had the pants.
Yeah.
And we were just like figuring out what would bring it together. And
we were just looking for a regular puffy jacket. Like that was puffy, but that was like trench coat puffy. I think what we were mainly going for was just like a puffy black jacket. And what happened was, I think like,
you were at practice or something. You were at practice. Yeah. So me and James, who's David's manager, were just like out and around town. And we went past the Rick store. I was like, fuck it, like let's pop into Rick. And instead of getting like a North Face puffer, like we thought, we're like, fuck it, we have to get the Rick jacket. We did it. And neither of us considered the weather because I didn't think of it. You didn't say shit. And then it was like in the Instagram comments, people were like, it's 84 degrees in Brooklyn right now.
No, it was just one of those that like, it was just like, what, like, why not? You know what I mean? Just because I think it was definitely a look, like for sure. But I think we really didn't take the weather into accountability. I just was like, why not? I wasn't that hot. I mean, you just really wear for 15 seconds, walk in the tunnel, take it off. So. Yeah,
that's what people don't understand. It's because like you get dropped. Like walk us through the process of getting ready. Like you're at the crib, and then like you got like picked up for the game, and they drop you off like inside the arena, right?
Yeah. So you get ready at your house, and then, I mean, some people drive, but I have like a driver that comes to the apartment, picks me up. So I'm outside for like 2 seconds, get in the car and go into the gym. I don't even get outside the gym. They take me inside and down into like right in the tunnel. And then you get out and walk like 10 seconds into the locker room. That's when you get your picture. So for me, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about what people were going to think about it, what they're going to say. Because honestly, like whenever I wear something, that's like obviously not what I'm really caring about. But like, I was like, for these 10 seconds, these pictures are going to be fire. That's all I'm really worried about. And, we just went with it. And that was it. I mean, if you think about it, games really be at like, 7:38. And before daylight savings, people be wearing shades and stuff. And it's pitch black outside. And they don't really say much about that either. So, it's kind of the same thing.
It's funny. I don't think so many people, because like, look at, like when you see most like celebrity photos, it's either like paparazzi because they're leaving a dinner, or it's a red carpet because they're going to an event. You know what I mean? Like they're wearing an outfit that they're about to wear, all night. There's a function for it. But like most of these basketball outfits are literally worn like it's for the fit. It's like for the photo, and it's just to feel good coming into the game. Like you get to the locker room, that shit comes straight off. Which I saw recently. It was what was it? All-Star break. You went on vacation though, and you were wearing some awesome stuff. You've gotten like fully into like the designer wave a bit, and that shit's functionality because you're wearing that shit all day. So now that you've obviously like you live in New York, you've gotten to shop a bunch. You have like a Mount Rushmore of designers that you fuck with.
Favorite designers. Outside, I just love Rick Owens, just the vibe of it. Like I'm sure you know, like I'm always wearing black. You know what I mean? So that's like just the perfect, thing. I would say Balenciaga. I like too. I really like the Lemons. Super comfortable.
Ooh, yeah.
Super comfortable. Really love them. Like I didn't think I would like them that much, like how they fit, just because designer shoes, they don't really be the most comfortable. But those, I was surprised by those. But they are like a skate shoe too, so that's not really too surprising. And I would say, I mean, I don't really like go to specific designers like when I'm looking for clothes and stuff. Honestly, if I am just scrolling and I see like a brand, somebody else, like, I get inspired by other people too. So I see somebody else wearing something that's like cool. I'll see like what brand it is, go to their site and see like other stuff that, you know, they get. I wouldn't say like I have specific websites that I go to. Honestly, like I don't have a set schedule on like when I'm gonna buy clothes or not. Like I might just today go scrolling later and see something I like and go buy something later on, you know. But it's just like whatever comes across my page that I see that I like. If I think I could find something to put it together with, then I'll end up getting it.
I'm like that same way. A lot of spontaneous purchases have been made. Like all of my purchases tend to be spontaneous. I was gonna ask you where you drew your inspiration from when it comes to clothes, but I feel like you kind of answered that a little bit. But the second part of that question was, who would you compare your like looks to in the league, or maybe not even in the league, maybe just anybody? But
out of the league. Fuck the basketball players.
I'm not gonna lie. I look at like a lot of different people's like what they're wearing, like how they're wearing stuff. And I think from if you seen every single thing that I've worn this season, like there's no set look. You know, like I've worn the baggy jeans, I've worn the slim jeans, I've worn like knit sweaters, I've worn big puffy jackets. Like it's just a whole bunch of different stuff. It's not like one set look, and I think that just comes from, like I said, different people. So I'll say, you got the top dress guys. I think in the NBA, I would say, like Shea, Jordan Clarkson, like I like Kelly Oubre as well. Then you got guys outside of the league, like I like a Lewis Hamilton. I like how he dresses.
Oh man.
So I go see, stuff that I might be inspired by that they're wearing. I like how Travis dresses, there's just a bunch of different guys. Sometimes these just come to my head and I just go and see, okay, let me see, some they might have worn. So yeah.
I'll tell you right now, the producers who work on the show are like in love with Lewis Hamilton, so I'm sure they're all in Canada,
really?
just like
going. That's facts though. Lewis, I think like Lewis Hamilton or ASAP Rocky is like the best dressed man alive. I think it's like one or the other. Me and Joe were having a debate yesterday because we're doing like the All LeagueFits Teams Awards. We're like getting ready for that. And so we were having a little spirited debate. And Joe brought up the concept of like you wearing your clothes instead of having your clothes wear you. And I thought it was interesting that you brought up, you're like, yo, I wear baggy jeans, I wear skinny jeans, I wear whatever. But like it still always feels like you. It's not like it looks like a David Duke Jr. fit every time.
Yeah, no, because I don't want nobody to just say like I have one way of dressing. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be boxed into something. Like I feel like there's stuff that people will look at and be like, no, I couldn't wear that. That's not me. For me, I don't know what that means. Like it's not even that you buy something that is you. You know what I mean? Like you're the one wearing it, so you can make it you. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just feel like for me, I wouldn't be scared to rock anything, to be honest, because unless it's like something that I just don't like, that's different. Like there's just things I like and don't like, but I don't say that certain clothes is me, certain clothes is not me. Like if I like it, I'm gonna wear it.
I feel
you're not necessarily scared to put on an outfit. If you the only reason you wouldn't put on an outfit is because you just genuinely don't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give David credit there. David was like the first dude I ever styled like for like the tunnel. And there was one outfit. Do you know which one I'm talking about, David?
What, that I said no to?
Yeah, it was like the baggy ass 70s jeans.
Oh yeah. But what's crazy? I was actually I still have those, and I was thinking of wearing them like on a different occasion too after that. I was like, man, like I should have probably did something with that. But I don't know. It might come out though. It might come out.
Okay, I would love to see, but we put this fit together. Like David saw the jeans, he was like, but yeah, I'm giving you credit because you were like, and I was like, just try them on. You were like, yeah, you're like, I'll try this shit out. Like, so I love that you're always willing to try stuff. That was the whole point of bringing that up.
Even though they looked like way too baggy for me, I was like, let me just see how it looks. And then when we put it on, I actually was like, I'm not like opposed to the jeans too much. Like they don't look as bad, but I couldn't really do it, to be honest. But like I said, I ended up coming across them a little later on and like thinking of stuff that I could wear. So it might come out soon.
That's fire. I'm eager to see. You'll have to send me the pic if you do. But yeah, big credit for always trying shit, because a lot of people like won't be adventurous when it comes to style. And I think you got to be adventurous with style because like that's how like you learn about yourself, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Speaking of David Duke Jr. fits, this is kind of a selfish answer or a selfish question. What's your favorite fit you put on so far this season? Because you guys are due for a postseason, but so far this season, what's like your favorite fit that you stepped out in? Good question, Joe. Got him thinking.
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm gonna try to remember.
The Lanvin one was good, where you wore the brown jacket, the white turtleneck, and the Lanvins.
Yeah, I like that one. That's probably one of my favorites. The Rick with the balaclava and the big jacket. That one is definitely up there as well. And also the Babushka. I'm not gonna lie,
Babushka
that Babushka was yeah.
That aged so well.
Yeah, that was like one of the. That was some I would say like I said does not fits that I would say is like me, but that like just if I could say that there's anything that's not me, that was like not me. You know what I mean? So that took like some bravery for me to really step out of my box and put that on. But I think it came together well. I really liked how it looked. So that was probably like one of my favorites as well, just because the whole experience behind it, not even just the outfit.
Yeah, because we were like I was like teaching you how to tie a babushka. When in reality, I had like just YouTubed it that morning, so I had just learned myself. So we got like this like big cloth like laid out on your bed and shit. That shit was fun. Can we talk about the back angle of that picture? Do you know what I'm talking? Do you know what I'm referencing?
Wait, what? What's the back angle?
The comments when people were commenting.
Yeah.
I think somebody said like it looked like somebody's like auntie or something.
Yeah. So like from the front, like he looks like ASAP Rocky as hell. Like he's got the shades on. He got like you had like your little suitcase. But then like the back angle,
he's
like
looking at it right now. That's why he's laughing.
Yeah, that's funny. Because you're like 6'5", right? Yeah, you're pretty tall. But like for some reason, the back, like I don't know if it was like the angles is because you're coming down the ramp or what, but you look like you like 5'6" with the babushka on, and you carrying the bag. And so half the comments were like ASAP Rocky, and then the other half of the comments were like, "Why that's someone Annie from behind?"
No, that's funny because the pictures like weren't even originally supposed to be on the ramp. Usually like when you see the ton of pictures at the Barclays, like it's have the goat in the background and stuff. But when I had got there, I didn't get a pic. And I was like, nah, I gotta get a picture of this. You know what I mean? Like I have to. So basically I, talked to the photographer after the game. That was a post game picture. And that was like when I was coming out of the locker room and on the ramp. So that's why I kind of got that angle. It would have looked different like if it was just, on a level surface, but it is what it is. I think the front angle though, it looked fire.
Crazy.
I was gonna say that I feel like going down the ramp with the suitcase looks cooler than going through the Brooklyn Tunnel.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit was hard. You're right. That was a fire outfit. Yes. And little piece of like little LeagueFits nugget. The bag you're carrying is the Rick jacket.
Oh yeah, that's a fact too. Yep, that is a fact.
They don't know that. They don't know that.
Now they know though.
Crazy.
So obviously, like you take so much pride, kind of transitioning a little bit. You take so much pride in being from Providence. That's your hometown. You went to college there. They've obviously had a great March. When are we gonna see like a fire like Providence College fit?
Yeah, I've been thinking of that. I want to do like a custom like Providence, but I'm not sure like what exactly I'll do yet. It has been on my mind though, for sure. I already did like one for the Nets with the Nets Chucks in the throwback thing.
Sick.
So I definitely want to do one for Providence. I'm just not sure like exactly what I'm gonna do yet. But the colors are black, so that's a good start.
Is that actually why you went to Providence?
No, but it just worked out in my favor, to be honest.
Makes sense. It's like the kids that there's always like that one kid a year that commits to Oregon, and they're like, "Why'd you pick Oregon over Alabama?" And he's like, "They got like 19 different green jerseys."
Yeah,
jerseys
are cool.
I used to play football, and that was like one of like my dream football schools, just because their jerseys were always super fire.
Yeah, you played like the NCAA football games growing up on like Xbox.
Yeah, I did.
I always like to use Oregon with DeAnthony Thomas, because you could flip through, because you could like you could pick the helmet and then also the jersey, so you could like really customize shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'd flip through like 50 helmets, like 80 jerseys, 90 pants, and then you would just make the most ugly uniform combination like the world has ever seen.
Right, just because you could. That's right.
That's awesome. Talk us through because you're going to go on your first NBA offseason right now. I don't know how long your guys' offseason is going to be. I'm sure you're going to be playing in some sort of finals, whether that's Eastern Conference or not. But what can we expect from the offseason, David Duke Jr.? Like Fashion Week, or what do we got going on?
I think for me, this offseason is going to be a big offseason for me on the court, though. So definitely like going to be prioritizing just having like most of my focus like just on trying to get right in the gym and stuff, and then like obviously not playing every single like all day every day, but my off time definitely trying to get into some stuff fashion wise, whether it's Fashion Week, whether it's linking up and meeting some designers, building relationships going forward. I think that'll be big for me this offseason for sure. Just so that, going into next season, I got some fits lined up and I can make a statement.
Well, no matter where that is next season, you got two fans over here. Can't wait to see what you do this season. Can't wait to see what you do in the off season, and can't wait to see what happens next season, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you guys, man. Looking forward to hopefully another Survival of the Fitted podcast soon.
Ooh, okay. You could be our first reoccurring guest, man. We'll have like a little segment for you every time you come on.
Thanks, bro.
Yo, go follow Survival of the Fitted wherever you get your podcasts, and then have 3 of your friends follow the podcast, and then have 3 of their friends follow the podcast, and then boom, it's the LeagueFits pyramid.